before we get into the hands-on session of creating the virtual machine, Linux virtual machine, we'll quickly go through our presentation so that when we actually do a hands-on, it'll be much easier to understand. So in the virtual machine, there are, the instance creation, there are different options which Azure provides us with. So that's what I have referred as methods. And based on the methods, the client connect option varies. One is through the secure shell SSH, because both of them are through the secure shell, but you can connect it through a secure shell software application known as PuTTY. You can connect, or through the PowerShell itself. So if you're using the PowerShell, then while creating the instance itself, you need to make provisions for that. And if you want to connect through PuTTY, a slightly different option needs to be adopted. So this is what is critical. Both are SSH, secure shell. When you connect it to the PowerShell, as well as if you are going to use SSH. So if you're going to use the PowerShell, then you need to have this option, generate key. This is for PowerShell. This is for PowerShell. And in case of SSH, you need to have a public key and a private key created. SSH through PuTTY. PuTTY is a kind of a tool. You need to download from PuTTY.org, so then you can connect it. Somehow I'm more comfortable connecting through PuTTY. You need to create the private key and public key, and while creating the instance itself, you need to use some of the code part of that particular key. The public part needs to be pasted into the creation instance stage. We'll see that as well. So either you can use Windows PowerShell from your Windows machine or from PuTTY, and depending upon the what you choose, you can use it. So if you are using the first one, PowerShell, then yes, you need to download the key, and while connecting, you can use that key where you have the key path needs to be provided, and then you can connect it. PuTTYgen, you need to first and foremost, you need to download from PuTTY.org. That is where you need to download. You need to then we'll see that how to do it. Create and save as private key, and then you need to have the public key which needs to be uploaded into the Azure platform. While connecting, the keys will match each other and then provides you with a connection. So this is, again, we'll recap at a later point when we are doing a connection. So this is the screenshot. So only thing is, you need to refer to the particular path of the private key in the authorization. So we will see that as well. First we will use the we'll use generate key approach so that we can connect it to the PowerShell, and then we'll try out the second method as well. So thank you, stay tuned. So I've logged into the Microsoft Azure. So get into the portal. So that's where you have to create the machine. So get into the virtual machine. You can see more services if you want. So it is already there. Get into the virtual machine. So already have a virtual machine. One is running, one is at the top stage. So we'll see how to create the machines. So you got to go into the create menu here. Click on that virtual machine. So free whatever, if you have pay as a service, whatever, so that subscription needs to be chosen. I will, and again, the resource group initially you might need to create, and then you can use the same resource group again. So I'm just giving demo, and then I'll say demo 5, virtual machine Ubuntu. I'll change the see all sizes. So let me see sizes. Maybe we'll choose the smallest one. So maybe we will choose this one. And then SSH, username is Azure, generate a new key, and this one I'll say demo 5 itself. So this you need to actually download. The key pair needs to be downloaded while creation, and then use the um, PowerShell of Windows. So we are almost done. So this is going to be, this is the name, availability zone. You can choose whichever region, and based on availability it is going to get allocated. So you can leave that as default. So only thing is, if you want to, this particularly for learning purpose, I have created the most simplest one. Depending upon the complexity of your application, you can see all the sizes and select, and generate new key pair is automatically it will generate. Otherwise, if you have it, use existing public key is what, if you want to use Sapati, then you need to have a key generated and then use that key. I'll just show you quickly here. This is where you need to paste it, the public key. For now, we'll use it generate key. We'll connect it with demo 5. So that's it. So all done. The rest, you really don't need to take care of anything else. You can leave it as such. Networking, it's all fine. So we will create it now. Demo 5 and Ubuntu, Linux. Again, here the images also, there are different options. Oracle Linux is there, Ubuntu, Red Hat Enterprise Linux is similar to Oracle Linux, CentOS. Windows also is possible, but let's focus on the Linux one. So create. First it will perform a kind of a validation, and post that once validation is passed, then it will create that machine. So this is where you need to download the key. So I'll say download. So this will get downloaded, so that we need to use that key. So this is downloaded. Return to create virtual machine. So deployment in progress. So this will take, I mean, anywhere depending upon the load, the cloud load, it will take anywhere between few minutes, maybe 5 to 7 minutes. I think it's almost done. So we'll just wait for a few minutes before it gets created. So deployment is complete now. So you can go to resource. So if you want, you can check all the details. This is the public IP address. Make a note of it. We might need to use it. So in the next session, we'll see how to connect to the PowerShell of Windows. Thank you. Let's now look at how to create a virtual machine, Linux virtual machine. Earlier we saw using the generate new key, which the Azure itself will create a key, and that needs to be downloaded, and we need to refer that key while connecting through the Windows environment PowerShell. So instead of Azure creating, there is another option of use the existing public key. So in that case, we need to create a key, a public key and a private key, and then we need to connect through the SSH putty. So this is where you need to copy that public key and then use a private key to connect to the instance. And for that connection, we need to use the putty. And putty, I mean, it is exhaustively used while connecting to the Linux machine. So I always find it comfortable. So in case if you're particularly if you're a new learner, or if you're already been using Linux machine, I mean on-prem Linux machine, then most probably you'll be using the secure shell, SSH secure shell using putty. So you will always find that to be comfortable. So so you might need to want to use putty. So for those of you who are new to it, you need to download that key from putty.org. So for that, get into putty.org and download Putty. Putty is an SSH telnet client developed by, and Putty is open source, so you can use it. So click here, so you can just download Putty. So from the Windows startup menu, I have opened the Putty key generator. So all we need to do is, once it is opened up, you need to say generate. So you will see a taskbar running, which means it is generating. So just create some randomness by moving the mouse over the blank area. That is what is mentioned over here. So keep doing it. So it will generate the key, whatever is there. This is the public key. So it says public key for pasting in the OpenSSH authorized key file. So that's the public key. You need to paste it. So what you need to do is first save the private key in whatever, so whatever name you want, you can just save it. Are you sure you want to save this file without passphrase to protect it? I'll say yes. And then it opens up wherever you want. You just save it in whatever name you want. So that will have the private key. And then what you need to do is you need to copy paste this file over here. You need to just copy it, and then you need to then paste it over here. As simple as that. So then you have to follow the same steps. So that we have copied. A few other things have not completed. So I will say demo. Maybe I'll mention Putty just to identify. That's the name. I can keep it in the same group. Demo Putty. And size, it's what it's loading. So I'll keep it same. Probably it's not available over here. So we will go to Australia. Yeah, because the space was not there in that region, so it gave an issue. So I think all are set now. I have given a name, demo putty. Demo 1 is the resource group. Ubuntu I wanted. CPU I've just selected. So we will be using existing public key which we have generated. So let's say review and create. Let's see whether the validation goes through. Running the final validation. Yeah, we'll say create. So deployment in progress. So this will take maybe seconds, or it might take minutes, depending upon the internet speed and the load it is there in that server in the Azure data center. So it's going to take some time. So we'll just hold on. So now it's all done. So we can go to the resource. So once you get into the resource, you have all the details. You have the public IP address. This needs to be used while connecting through the PuTTY. So similar to the PuTTY gen, you'll also in the startup menu, you'll also find PuTTY. You need to open that and create the connection. So we'll see that in the subsequent presentation. Thank you. Stay tuned.